Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna attempt to install by myself the rock sliders, my newly acquired slash donated my rock sliders. So let's see how that's gonna turn out. So there they are, the real rock sliders. They're very heavy duty. It's nothing compared to what my truck used to have, those aluminum hollow tubing which are just for looks. This is the real stuff. So now I'm gonna try to install them and we're gonna see how they're gonna look. Hopefully they're gonna look good, and more importantly, of course, they're gonna protect our truck. Now this is one of the holes we have to use in the back of a truck. Matter of fact, we have to drill another hole over here for the next bolt, but we'll get to that later. But since I never had anything in there, the threads looks a little bit dirty, rusty, and the bolts they don't go in there. I actually picked up new bolts which are M10, and this is 8.8 grade. So what I'm planning to do here, what I'm planning to do there, I'm gonna try to clean it with this metal brush that I picked up at a local store. It's a little bit too big, so I'm gonna cut it smaller, and then I'm gonna just try to, with a combination of a PV blaster and just with this brush, to work the threads and then try to clean it out. Alright guys, great. So after applying a lot of PV blaster in there and working the hole with this my all damaged already brush, I cut it shorter just to have enough over there and just scrub it, and now the bolt works fine. So that bolt anyways I'm gonna replace for a new bolt as well. Gonna use washers. So now I'm gonna repeat the same process for the next side. Great, and the second side is being cleaned up. The bolt goes in and out the way it's supposed to be. I clean up pretty much all the rust. So this little tool was really worth it. It was only $3. I had to cut off all the extra to make sure it fits in the hole. I mean, it all got damaged now pretty much, but it was well worth it. It was better to do that than to strip a bolt and a nut. Alright, so let's try to put this in place. I mean, it's always easier to do with the help of a friend, but since I'm usually working by myself and I have no friends, so I'm gonna do it by myself. Just gonna align the couple of bolts over here. Put this bolt in place first. Now this long bolt is gonna go across the whole frame and we have to stick it in here. So gonna lift it up, just hold it with my knee and my, okay, just put it there in place. Now I'm gonna try to quickly grab it with a 10mm, the hole we just cleaned over there. Okay, just like that for now. All right, let's step to the side. Let's have our initial look, and that looks pretty good already. So now I'm gonna secure it with two bolts over there just to hold it in place. Then I'm gonna put washers on that 10mm. I'm gonna mark where I need to drill the hole. Hopefully I don't have to take it off. I can just drill it like that, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna show you how it came out. So now that the rock sliders are somewhat in place, I don't know if you can see right there, I marked where I need to drill a hole to accommodate for a 1/2-inch bolt, which has to be in there. But then it's gonna be a lot of fun. Somehow through this little gap I need to slide the nut in there, hold it, and make it tight. When you buy these skid plates, they provide you two nuts that are secured to some kind of metal stick that you stick it in there, you tighten it up, and then it breaks and you throw away the stick. Something like this. But since this was given to me, I don't have that, so I have to figure something out. So now I'm gonna take this all off again, drill the hole, put it back in place, and gonna start working on figuring out how I'm gonna tie in that bolt in there. And the hole is through. I even kind of painted it a little bit, not to rust too much in there. So now I can put everything back in place, and then it's just the hardest part is just to get that bolt and nut in there, but we'll figure something out. It's kind of hard to record at this angle, so not everything might be recorded, but once it's mounted, I'm gonna show you how I mount it. Alright, and let's do this again. So first, I lift it up, put one bolt in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my 10mm bolt. Alright, now I'm gonna slide another bolt over here. Okay, I'm gonna put another washer on top, a spring washer, and top it off with a bolt. And the same thing for the top bolt over there, a washer, nut, and of course a big plate. So now my plan is to use this little magnet stick and to hold the nut on it, and then try to slide it in there to get it aligned through the hole and start threading it with that bolt. So not too sure how that's gonna work out, but I'll let you know in a minute. Alright guys, great. This little magnet stick worked. I was able to get the nut in there and start threading it, and then to make it tight, as you can see, I put a flat screwdriver all the way against the nut, so it kind of stopped it from spinning, and then I just made it tight, and that's it. It's secured. It's not going anywhere. And that's it. The driver's side is done. So now I'm gonna just repeat the process on the passenger side, and they all mounted. Alright guys, and the rock sliders are on both sides, and they look and feel amazing. They're super heavy duty. I jumped on them, on anything, they didn't move anything. So let me try to show you how they mounted, but pretty much I already showed you. So at the front, we're going with one nut and bolt all the way across, and then secured on the other side. And the same thing over here, this long bolt goes all the way across, and then it gets secured over there with that plate, washer, and a lug nut. And the same bolt over here. Actually, I'm planning to replace this bolt for a longer one. We have a washer, a lug washer, and a nut over here, but on the other side I picked up a longer bolt, but they had only one, so I'm gonna find another one like that, which is a 1/2 inch, 30mm long, I think. So I'm gonna pick up another one like that and replace that one. And of course in the back I cleaned that hole and I used a new hardware M10 bolt. And this one over here, like I said, I had to drill this hole, and then through this little gap with that little magnet I was able to get a nut in there, and with a screwdriver, and this is all tied in. So I'm very super and happy that I finally have this all armor on my truck. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of gas like that, but what can you do? Now the last thing I have is just to mount the gas tank, which I'm probably just gonna mount the one that was given to me. I'm probably not gonna fabricate that one. It's, I don't know, I will look at it and think about it, but I'm just probably gonna mount it in there and be done with this. There is not many videos about how to mount these rock sliders, and there is very limited information how to mount them, and whatever pictures are there, they're not the greatest. So I hope this is gonna help out whoever is trying to install them. It's not hard. It's not hard at all, and it's easier when somebody is helping you. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and on this note, until next time everybody, bye.